Welcome to This Week in Baseball Player Profiles, as we profile Andover Central High School 316 baseball player and Johnson County commit Easton Elliot. Welcome to the show, Easton.
Thank you for having me on. It's a pleasure to be here.
So, Easton, with last season with the high school season being canceled due to COVID, and this season coming up here shortly, what are you looking forward to?
Well, I'm eager to get out there. That's what I'm looking forward to the most. Is just getting out there, back with all the guys. We got some sophomores coming up. We got some juniors returning. Obviously, a few seniors returning that play in this academy on my summer baseball team. So I'm just excited to get out there and see what we can do with our guys, make the most of it.
And how do you think your season's going to turn out? What's your expectations?
My expectations are to make it to state. Obviously, that's what everyone's expectations are every single year, just to make it to state, win as many games as you can throughout this regular season, and just have a good time. That's the main part, is just to have a good time with everyone, enjoy what you got.
You're committed to Johnson County. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What are you doing now to prepare, not only for your high school season, but to get ready for the next level?
Well, actually, I'm working out with Coach Cervantes downtown at the new facility. He's the new strength and conditioning coach down there, and I love it. He's one of those guys that'll push you to be the best worker you can be and be the best player you can be, and I love working out with him.
Good, that's good. Who would you say, or who's your favorite player, or most influenced in you in baseball?
I'd say most influence is probably my brother, without a doubt. He's playing at Wichita State right now, Division I baseball, obviously, and that's where I'm hoping to be some days, at a Division I school. Don't know where it's going to be yet. Got to get through Johnson County first. So yeah, he's probably my biggest influence. My favorite player is probably the guy I look up to the most is probably Kevin Kiermaier from the Tampa Bay Rays. He was a JUCO guy as well, 31st round draft pick. So that story is just an inspiration to me. It's awesome. It's awesome to look up to him, know that I could possibly be in his shoes one day.
So, like you mentioned, your brother plays at WSU right now. Your dad is a former Shocker. What are the chances of Easton Elliot, or would you like to be a Shocker in the future?
There is always a chance. There's a possibility. My parents would love that. I know that. So you never know. Honestly, my main focus right now is getting to the spring, getting through my high school senior season, and then got to get through Johnson County as well, see what they can do for me. Well, obviously, I got to produce and do well myself. But Coach Horner and Coach Canary, they're awesome up there. They've done a lot for me, and I'm hoping that can continue once I get there. See what they can make me develop into a player.
Right.
See what they can do.
So, speaking of Major League Baseball, what's your favorite team?
Los Angeles Dodgers.
So I would ask you think Dodgers are going to win the World Series?
Oh yeah, Dodgers in 4 against the Braves.
You know they're going to lose tonight, right?
No way.
No? Okay.
No way.
All right. What hobbies or interests do you have outside of baseball?
Well, I really like hanging out with my boys. That's probably my favorite thing to do. Jackson Ward, Jack Bell, Andy, Alvin, Cooper Ward. That's our squad right there. We love hanging out, driving around, just having a good time, making the most of what we got in Andover, Kansas, because you know there's not a lot to do there.
So, speaking outside of baseball, what are your hobbies? What are your interests?
I'd say, well, listening to country music is number one. It never gets old. I love it. And then probably fishing with my best friend Jack Bell, who's on my summer baseball team as well. Fishing, playing the guitar, just driving around. It's just that's how we have our fun.
Okay. What are you looking to study when you go to college?
Well, I want to stick around baseball. So whether it's coaching, announcing, maybe even something to do with sports medicine. I'm in a sports med class right now in high school, my senior year, and I really love it. So that'd be a pretty cool job. Something around baseball though, for sure.
Okay. Yeah. One more question. How's your MLB show the game?
Well, I could beat you. But no, me and my boys, we don't really play much video games anymore, but when we did, we were big Fortnite guys, for sure. We used to stay up all night, pretty much just playing Fortnite all night and having a good time. But I hopped on MLB The Show every now and then, just to get good enough to beat you.
Better play on a high level.
Rookie level.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, that's what we do. So, yeah.
Cool. Well, that concludes this week's player profiles. And This Week in Baseball, I'd like to thank Easton Elliot for coming in. I do appreciate your time.
I appreciate you having me on.
Next week, we profile former Goddard High School 316 Wichita Slugger, Chicago Cubs draftee, Logan Watkins. Thank you for tuning in. I want to thank our sponsors, 316 Baseball, Elite Recruiting Consultants, and Play It Again Sports. See you next week on This Week in Baseball Player Profiles.